Morning. Friday, bank holiday weekend's coming. Thought I'd come on and share my experience, strengthen up someone that might need it. You know, I've received a couple of messages over the last couple of days that's really encouraged me to push through and carry on carrying the message online. You know, not everyone's got the courage to come online and share their experience on a social platform and admit openly and honestly that they had a problem with drugs. You know, there's a lot of stigma around drug addiction and I don't like that, and that's just a personal opinion. And I've not liked that for a long time, even when I did take drugs. You know, because deep down in every person there's someone that you just don't know and don't understand. And I don't expect you to know, and I don't expect you to understand, because I don't know and I don't understand either, but I'm learning. And as long as I keep an open mind, I'll always remain teachable. And as long as I remain teachable, it frees me to learn, continue living my life a day at a time. You know, sometimes I lose a bit of faith and I lose a bit of hope. And then something will just come into my path that'll just get me moving again. You know what I mean? It'll pick me up, give me some purpose. You know, my purpose is to stay clean today. That's all it needs to be. And sometimes I can really put myself down and think, oh well, I can't do that. I can't, you know what I mean? But you know, my heart tells me to help people that are still out there doing what I used to do, and that were taking drugs at a weekend and never knew how to stop. Couldn't go a weekend without fucking doing it. You know what I mean? And I never knew why. I know I always had this head that had always turned me back to that first one. I'd obsess over taking that first one. And I never knew why. And with bank holiday weekend coming up and it being Friday would be the day. Today would be that day for me. I'd be on the edge of my seat. I'd be manipulating everyone around me just so I could go out and use. You know, nothing would stand in my way. Nothing would stand in my way. Not even my daughter. You know, not even the worry of my mum. You know, not considering the fact that I had bills to pay, responsibilities as a man. You know, going out all night on a Friday, maybe, you know, even if it was lucky to drag out till Sunday, if it had not had enough, or couldn't get any more, and I had to knock it on head because for one reason or another. Just because of that, doing that, you know, because I had a job in an house and I managed to cut my bills now and again. Thinking going out at a weekend, getting pissed out my head and taking drugs all night, and just turning a blind eye to my responsibilities as a man. I thought I had it going on, me. I thought I had it going on, you know, because I did bits, you know. On the outside I looked alright. You know, I had a nice car. I had a nice job. I had a bit of money in my pocket. I thought I had it going on. You know, it's pathetic, innit? It's just pathetic. You know, my using was pathetic. Days and days on end. You know, the same fucking cycle repeated over and over again. So I want to come on and I want to share my experience And you know, you only have to be a day clean to start sharing your experience. And when we share our experience, we can ignite some faith in someone else, that they don't have to do that anymore. And you know, there is a life possible without drugs and drink. And like I say, drugs and drink because I'm just trying to give some understanding for the people that don't have a 12-step program in their life. Do you know what I mean? And live by spiritual principles. It's a scary word, that, you know, it was to me. Spiritual principles. And by spiritual, I mean by being of service to another human being. Being nice, kind, open-minded, honest. Being honest as a person. You know, I thought just not telling the truth wasn't lying. That's come very apparent to me over some of the work that I'm doing and talking to other people. You know, not lying about something. You know, like avoiding the truth and thinking, well, I'm not lying. It just basically puts a massive roadblock in my growth, you know what I mean? And doesn't help me whatsoever. Doesn't help me stay clean today. You know, bank holiday weekend. You know, the chances of me staying clean this weekend was fucking slim. And I mean fucking slim. Like, nothing had stopped me. Nothing at all. You know, my past record of bank holidays, I'd say 99 to 1 average. You know, if you went into fucking bookies today and you was going to bet on me, if you didn't know me, you was going to bet on me to use this weekend and go out this weekend and drink and take drugs this weekend based on my past evidence of using, it'd be 99 to 1. 99. And even that would be like, sort of like, I bet you the fucking bookmaker could be like, not so sure about this, you know, mate. 99 to 1 it would be. You know, I didn't even have that courage in myself, you know what I mean? I didn't have that self-belief. I wouldn't even have bet on myself. You know, say if you was in a fight, and every time you had a fight you lost, and you got back up and got in fucking fight again, and you lost, and you've done that for maybe 15 years. 15 years I'm not just on about weekends and stuff, but 15 years I failed to stop using drugs in one form or another. So I don't expect people to understand when I turn around and say that I won't do it again. I'm not going to do it this time. You know, even that self-talk of me telling myself that, you know, sometimes I actually believe myself. You know, I could have swore down blind I was never going to do it at weekend, coming up to the weekend. But once the weekend got here, my head didn't convince me to stay up all night. Didn't convince me that it was going to be all different this time, and didn't convince me that it was all everyone else were doing it and all that stuff. My head convinced me that first one would work, would do what I thought it was going to do. You know, that first one's too many and 1,000's never enough. One's too many and 1,000 is never enough. My head had always turned me to that first one, you know. You know, I'd obsess about the ease and comfort the first one would bring me immediately. But then that just start a reaction in my body and a craving to just continue. I just want more. I just want more. And that one more was never enough. You know, I remember being sat in a pub, me, and I'm on my first drink. I've got my first drink in my hand. But I'm not focusing on the one I've got in my hand. I'm already thinking about my next one. Do you know, this is how I used to obsess about drinking. You know, I always used to think about that nice, cold, frosty pint on a summer's day, nice day like this, sat in a beer garden, and how much satisfaction that one pint would bring me. You know, but a nice, cold glass of water with ice, with the same satisfaction that it'd bring me to quench my thirst on a nice hot summer's day, would do the same thing. But I wouldn't go out and drink 8 fucking pints of water, would I? You know, I'm just trying to put some understanding around how my head works and what always led me back to that first one. You know, I never concentrated on the second one or the third one, or being at the bar for the fucking 8th or 9th time, or ringing my dealer for the second time. When I was sat sober with this resistance inside me that I wasn't going to do it again, I wasn't thinking about all them. I was always thinking about the first one. Never the consequences. Never. You know, I didn't feel full of guilt and shame and confusion. If at some point I knew that I was going to get that release once more by taking that first one, you know, but I felt some sort of resistance inside me when I tried to tell myself I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't go out this weekend. I'd show myself some self-love today. I'd give myself the best possibility of living my life clean without the use of alcohol and drugs today. You know, just because the fucking sun's out and everybody else is doing it doesn't mean you have to. I wanted to come on today and share my experience of how I live clean today, and how I find joy, peace, balance, purpose. And a beautiful way to live clean today. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. But I'd rather live like this. I hope everyone has a blessed bank holiday. Hope everyone makes some good decisions. phone's always on when it comes to talking, sharing my experience. You know, you only have to be a day clean to share your experience. And you only have to have the desire to stop using. You know, you don't have to be clean to get started, but you have to start to get clean. And that's the beauty of this stuff. You know, there's a different way to live out there. I just want to point out the evidence. Stay blessed.